You're listening to Fat Cat Radio, a family of hosts playing the best local music, raising the bar one note at a time.
Welcome to the Big Rich and Little Lisa Show, where we take a look back at this week in entertainment and music. So strap in and grab your favorite beverage, because we about to get funky. And what's going on tonight, fellas? Big Rich here with Little Lisa over there in the corner. What's up, Little Lisa?
Hey, good evening, Rich.
How you doing tonight, babe?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to finally get the show going. If you guys don't know, you've tuned in to the Big Rich and Little Lisa radio show. Sunday nights, 7:30 Central. We'll be here every week, giving you a rundown, a little bit of entertainment, music, and maybe some funny things that are going around. So we're glad to have you guys with us. And we're going to start it off. Lise, anything crazy go on in your life this week?
I got a little disappointed, to be honest with you, Rich. I was watching TMZ on TV, and this article come across about this dude named Jeff Gebhardt. He's 47 from Perry Village, Kansas.
Uh-huh.
And he was looking to pay somebody $25,000 if they could set him up with a girlfriend, or if they were willing to be his girlfriend for the day of Valentine's Day. But unfortunately, I didn't see it until 1 a.m. on February the 15th. So I guess that was my bad on that one, huh?
Wow. So did somebody actually, how many responses did he get?
I'm not sure. I just know that it was on TMZ, but...
Man, I might have threw a wig and a dress on for that one.
Right? For $25,000, I would have been a sweetheart the whole week.
Yeah. I think I spent Valentine's Day with my mother. I went over and took her some gifts, like 6 big giant balloons. And we just had a good time. We sat down and we talked, and it was a good time. It was time well spent with mommy. So
speaking of Valentine's Day, Rich, what did you think about Wendy Williams' comment that she made on her show talking about Valentine's Day was only for women and that men should stop wearing our skirts and heels?
Oh, yeah, well, man, I think Wendy Williams is crazy anyway. It's just a little bit. She had that incident where she passed out. She was wearing that Statue of Liberty outfit, and she passed out on stage, and, there were all kind of rumors going around about that, but she needs to ease back anyway. Speaking of being men, if you know what I mean.
All I gotta say is sorry, but not sorry, Miss Williams. But you yourself look like a man, so maybe you should stop wearing our skirts and heels.
Well, hey, there's a picture floating around the internet too. You can check that out. I was looking at it earlier today, where looks like she has a man lump in her designer pants. I'm just saying. I don't know. Oh, what's funny, man, I was in got out of the shower, and I was looking down at the floor, and over by the shower in between the closet, the walk-in closet I have there, I have a stack of old papers, and one of them is the Sun magazine. And I had looked at it, and it said something about the Queen and her backing Brexit and all this. And then immediately, this is no joke, as if like the house is listening to me, it comes across the radio that the Sun magazine they have filed a $68 million loss, claiming failing sales and phone hacking damages that have cost them money. And I was like, holy crap, dude, that's some of the best garbage reading there is. I love the Sun. Hopefully they can rebound from that.
I hope so. They do have some good reading.
Yeah, they do. But anyways, what else? You got any other good scoopity dupes for us?
So did you hear about President Trump attending the fundraiser over in Beverly Hills at the Montage Hotel?
I did hear something about that.
Yeah. The food on the menu that night, I guess, was lamb meatballs with yogurt sauce.
Uh-huh.
Sounds delicious, huh?
Well, yeah.
Well, what if I told you that the staffs used the bathroom inside of one of the rooms to set up the food? Would you still think it sounds delicious?
As long as it stayed away from the toilet.
Well, maybe perhaps if it wasn't meatballs too.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, what are we getting mystery meat tonight? I wonder. That's crazy. Speaking of meatballs and meats, I was reading an article today. This one kind of, I've done research in the past on it on my other shows, but it was about which fast food chain is going to come out first with laboratory grown meat. Now, we know Burger King is always pushing the envelope. They always seem to be first with the veggie and the soy, and now this meatless Whopper. So I'm wondering if in the next year or so, are we going to see Burger King coming out with one of those lab-grown chicken breast sandwiches?
It's possible. I mean, KFC has a chicken sandwich with hot Cheetos or some type of Cheetos on it now or something.
Yeah, I mean, all these places now make crazy food. That's why Americans, we're gluttons.
Yeah, that's why we all got what I like to call a food baby.
Get in my belly.
Speaking of Cheetos, did you see that video that went viral on YouTube of the lady that filled the bathtub up with hot Cheetos and then took a bath in it?
I did not. Okay, explain this. I got to hear this.
So this lady, she fills up the bathtub with hot flaming Cheetos and then gets in it and posts a video on YouTube. And it went viral. Like, I mean, she got so many hits. Like, they will do anything for fame, I'm telling you. But I just wonder, did she think about the aftermath effects? I mean, of her choices? I mean,
Yeah.
Obviously her pH balance is going to be much, much higher than her IQ. You know what I'm saying? Talk about yeast infection city.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
And don't let one of them fiery Cheetos get stung in the wrong crevice, if you know what I mean.
I guess that's what you could call a hot body on the, literally, right?
Peanuts. That's crazy, man. So, guys, if you don't know, this is our Maiden Voyage tonight with the Big Rich and Little Lisa show. We had talked about doing something, so we're glad if you're here and you're listening, we're glad to have you. We will be recording these for people to catch up with, but we're only going to post them probably after we get 6, 7 under our belt. We'll have them edited and then uploaded to a place where everybody can listen to these. And if you ever, we're going to be adding stuff to this. We're going to have a segment each week on here that's called What's Beef? And basically it's going to be beefs that are from the entertainment music industry from years past. It could be Biggie and Tupac. It could be, I don't know if anybody remembers this one, but there was a guy called Tim Dog out of New York, the Bronx. And he had a song called F Compton. And it was in retaliation to NWA when they were coming out with their song Straight Outta Compton. But we're going to have a segment each week where we highlight it, 5, 10 minutes, rehashing and reliving a beef. And it could also be actors, actresses, because believe me, there's plenty that have beef with each other. And there are some funny stories out there. So that's one thing that we will be doing each week. We're not going to have it tonight because, like I said, we're kind of just shooting from the hip tonight, getting everything rolling and making sure that this is working. And I'm loving it. So I'm glad to have Lise here in the studio with me. We did a lot of rearranging today and got things set up for this. So now we can actually have up to 4 people in the studio here all together. Thanks, Mike Simons. Cling.
Thank you. So, what do you think about Justin Bieber trying to give marriage advice, Rich?
Whew, Justin Bieber, man. I've never liked him anyways, but him giving marriage advice, that would be like, I don't know, that would be like a math teacher trying to school a language arts teacher in her field. I don't know.
Right. Well, he's going live here and there giving advice on marriage and relationships. But did you know that he just got done buying a $20 million house that's not even livable?
What?
Yeah, 25. He spent $20 million on a house that's not livable. It's like 3/4 done or something. I'm sorry, Justin, but what are you, 25? Been married maybe 22 years? I think you probably should sit down at the kids' table where you belong and stop trying to tell us adults what to do.
Yeah. I wouldn't listen to anything he has to say anyways.
I thought it was pretty funny when I seen that the other day.
But so, all right, back to this house. He bought a $20 million house that's not even suitable to live in?
Yeah, it's for some reason the people that were building it, they got 3/4 of the way done and then just stopped and sold the house. If I remember right, don't quote me, but if I remember right, I think it's 75,000 square feet.
Wow.
Or maybe 7,500. I can't remember. I was just astounded that he would spend $20 million on a house that you couldn't live in.
Yeah.
I guess some people have more money than they want to know what to do with.
I guess so. Go Beaver.
But hey, come give us some marriage advice and relationship advice. Maybe he should take some advice from like what do you call those people? Money management people? Finance?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, supposedly he's doing good money. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, man. Donald Trump. That just popped up on my screen over here. You got to love him or you hate him, or you love to hate him, or you hate to love him. Nancy Pelosi. Gosh, they won't let this guy alone. I don't know how he gets up every day.
I've never seen a president be treated so horrible as President Trump has.
I know, that's crazy.
I mean,
I support my POTUS no matter who it is. Whether it was Clinton, who was getting BJs in the Oval Office, if it was Obama, who was married to Michelle, whoever, Reagan, it doesn't matter. I always support and give respect. So hopefully, we're out there. I got a couple of guys that are listening, tell me to boost up is that any better there, Mike? Can you hear me, Mike? Is that better for you guys out there? Let me know. But anyway, so yeah. Hopefully that's coming. Like I said, this is trial and error tonight, guys. We will get the soundboard. We'll get the soundboard down, and we are coming across a lot clearer and a little louder. This is all, like I say, trial and error. We had a chance to test it, do a couple-minute test runs tonight, but this is all being broadcast from our studio here and being put on to their station. So hopefully it's coming out good. But yeah, speaking of the Trump deal, I got a video. It's been sitting here and it's done. It's ready to go. I just got to put the outro on it, and it's going to be a really good video, and that'll be on the Big Rich Show, and you can catch that on the Big Rich Show channel on YouTube. Not a shameless plug there. And while we're plugging people, I know that first I want to give Twism a big round of applause from everyone listening, and from myself and Lisa, and a big thank you for bringing us on to Fat Cat Radio, the FCR247.com. We're loving it, and it's going to be big things to come. And also, I know one of his main sponsors is B&S Design. So there's a shout out to those two guys while we're doing this tonight. And much kudos to them for having faith on bringing us on and letting us have our little show each week. So with that said, Lisa, man, give me some more gooey gossip.
So we're talking about YouTube. We might as well bring it out. Did you see the video of Nicki Minaj's video of her twerking on YouTube?
Shake that rump. Yeah, I did, and I could not believe how many views she got, huh?
1,500 million the last time I looked.
Oh,
I'm sure it's went up since then.
I mean, what do I got to do, guys? Do I got to shoot bottle rockets with rainbow flavored Skittles out of my butt to get 1,000 views? And she goes on and shakes that plastic fake booty and gets all these, views and shares and likes. It kills me.
Well, at one time they were doubting it was even her because she didn't show her face in the video even. when she got all those views. And so then she re-uploaded it showing her face. You'd think that people would have more important things to do than going on YouTube and shaking your rump, but I guess the numbers speak for itself.
I guess. Oh, hey, you know what? While we're on the subject of asses, I mean, not donkeys, but, you know, booties. There was this article that I ran across yesterday, and it kind of caught my eye because it was something that, I mean, Mike Simons has talked about this several times on his shows, and it was about bullying, and it was from the kid who suffers from dwarfism or across the pond. His name was Quaden Bayless, I believe. And people are trying to come out and say now that that wasn't even a kid, that he's actually 18. Now, I don't know how much truth there is behind this, but if that's true, I mean, shame on them, because I believe even that actor, Matt, is his name, the comedian Matt Williams, he's funnier than hell. I think that's his name. He started like a GoFundMe for them, and they raised over $300,000 for that family. And I don't know whether it's true or not. I haven't had a chance to look into it. Some people are saying that no, he actually is a 9-year-old or 10 or 11-year-old. And some are saying, no, this guy's actually 18. So I don't know. Shame on the people if they're trying to make this out to be something that's not heartfelt, or shame on this family for faking the funk, man, because I know that I take bullying deeply and seriously. Through my life, I was never bullied. I never had to worry about that. But, you know, I had some associates, and even my own son, you know, he would get pushed around when he was younger because he was smaller, frail looking. And I would have nothing to do with it. Sometimes I would even call out the fathers of these kids and be like, you know what, look at your son, look at my son. You know what, so why don't me and you just duke them up? Because I was so angry, but I've grown since. That's back in my younger days. But I just couldn't believe when I saw that article. So if anybody has any info on that, hit me in my email or post up on our Facebook channel. Go ahead.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
I actually read an article about that earlier today before I come over, and from what I understand, the kid was actually an actor, and they were actors, and they were bullying him to see what others would do. Like, there's a show out there, I can't remember what it's called, but where they have paid actors and they go out and do random things just to see if somebody speaks up. And from what I understand from the article I read, that's kind of what this was. Now, I don't know for sure if that's 100% true, because you can't believe everything you read on the internet, but that is what I read today, that they were actually paid actors, and they were wanting to see if anybody else out in the community would stand up to defend this, what they thought was a child. So...
But I've also heard that you know, they said that all the Australian news over there are saying that no, this is legit, and they've actually had him. He's been on other morning shows over there about his type of dwarfism, I guess, when he was even younger. So who knows? I just thought it was a crazy story, and once again, you know, here things can go viral on the internet, and you just never know what to believe. It's kind of crazy. So give me something else that's nice and juicy, Lise.
So what do you think about Greg Robinson being arrested?
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, he's an NFL player. He was arrested down by the Texas border after a drug-sniffing dog, alerted them that he smelled drugs in a rental car that Greg was driving. They found 157 pounds of marijuana in his car.
What?
So he was arrested, and if convicted, he's looking at 20 years.
Wow. I mean, you can get it so openly now with medical cards, and some states now it's just, I mean, it's like liquor. You just walk in the store and buy it. Why would you want to risk sneaking over even 1 pound, let alone 157 pounds worth?
Right. He was stopped at border control. So I'm not sure if he was trying to leave Texas and cross into Mexico or if he was coming back. I'm not sure. I just know that he was busted with 157 pounds of marijuana. But I guess if he gets convicted and goes to prison, he can start up a team there and maybe take him all the way to what he could call Weed Bowl number 1.
You are silly. I love it. Feed your head. The first ever Weed Bowl brought to you by BRRS-MEDIA and BNS Designs. Halftime show by Twizzle. Anyways, give me something else, man. You're on a roll over there. I know you got a lot of good things.
Oh, there's this lady, and I don't even think she was a celebrity or nothing, but her name was Joanne Mathers, and she was found dead in her home back in November of 2019.
Wait. Now, was this that lady that they found dead, and then they found her husband's body in like a frozen ice chest too?
Yes, they found him in the freezer, and he had been missing for 11 years.
Oh, that's horrible.
Now, detectives said that she was not able to, at the point in time that she had passed away, she would not have been able to put his body in the freezer by herself at that point, but 11 years ago, she would have. And they're not certain whether she had murdered him or if he died of natural causes, but they said they believe she kept his body in the freezer so she could continue collecting his VA benefits.
Yeah, I read that.
His VA benefits over 11 years totaled $177,000.
Man, she's dirty.
I just wonder if the detectives look at it as blood money or maybe a frozen asset. I'm not sure.
Frozen assets. I love it. Oh, that's horrible. What people will do for money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if there's anything you'd like to see Big Richard and Lisa do, we will do it for money. Please. Anyway, sorry there, folks. We were having her mic got tangled on a wire there. We're trying to get this set up. So let me ask you a question, Lisa. Get your opinion on this. What do you think about the whole Prince Harry and Meghan Markle bombshell with what's going on with them?
I'm not sure to be exact. I really don't follow him a whole lot. I know that he was caught the other day coming out of what appeared to be like a subway. And of course, that was social news. You know, they were saying that he was having to survive on sub sandwiches now. But I really don't follow him a whole lot. I don't know. I thought it was strange that they were not wanting to be prince and princess no more, I guess.
Yeah, well, I just think that has some, I mean, that should tell us something. That should tell the world something right there. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get political with it. There's so much weird and odd things going on across the world. It's just, some of them catch my eye. Kind of like there's these Democratic senators that are saying that Donald Trump's belly fat is unmissable and that he needs to take his health more seriously and get a health advisor. And I'm like, really, guys? We failed at every attempt to oust him. So now we're going to get on him about his Big Mac cravings.
Right. I seen a post the other day where somebody was saying something about he should donate some of the money he spends on Big Macs to foundations that feed the hunger so he would lose weight. I thought, what a horrible thing to say. We're trying to teach our children every day not to bully and belittle others, but here we're going to bully and belittle our own president of the United States. At what point do you stand up and say enough is enough? You know?
Absolutely. I agree. I agree.
Whether you like the man or not, I mean, he's still a human and he should still be treated with dignity and respect, regardless of your feelings.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I agree. 100%. I saw something else that was crazy that was online. It just caught my eye. There's so many things that always catch my eye, but they had this diver. He free dives, right? He goes down with no gear, and he just free dives, and he is basically at the bottom of this cave or cavern where he free dives, and the bottom where he's at actually has a little like creek or river, or I said river, a river. It's a river running through it at the bottom, underwater, in the water, and he is like legitimately just walking across the ground. It is wild. So if anyone has a chance to look that up and you want to just like have your mind blown away for a minute, you have to check that out. It's this guy, and he's just, and it's even funny because he walks and acts like he's diving into another pool of water while he's underwater. And it's amazing. It's something you got to check. It just caught my eye. And if you're into viral things like that, like sometimes I know I'll sit back and I'll watch those ones where people are like slicing certain fruits or vegetables at a certain angle or slowly. Something about that is just very soothing. I don't know. Anyways, I'm kind of crazy like that. All right, give me some more. I need some more dirt.
So, what do you think about Orlando Bloom's tattoo of his son's name and date of birth that was done in Morse code?
Well, first, I don't think I've seen Orlando Bloom since, like, wasn't he in Gladiator?
It might have been. I know that. I think he did Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah, I think he was in there, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he got a tattoo of Morse code on his arm. It was supposed to have been his son's name and date of birth, but instead of it saying Flynn, it said Friend.
Friend? Oh,
yeah.
That's nice.
I guess from what I've learned, it's since been corrected. But before, he didn't even know it was incorrect, and neither did the tattoo artist. They were both on their own, like Twitter, Instagram, and everything, like all bragging and showing his arm off with pictures of his son.
Who was the tattoo artist on that? Mickey B? I'm just kidding.
I won't even try to pronounce what the guy's name was.
Yeah, it was definitely a very Euro ethnic name that was hard to pronounce. I even saw that online, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to try and say that name.
Yeah, I'm not going to even attempt that one. I'll leave it where it's at. But
and I want to ask you about this. Has anybody heard? You know me, I like pulling up that dirt about what's going on in Steven Spielberg's life right now. Anyone want to take a stab at it? I guess. Yeah, well, anyways, it's out now that I guess Steven Spielberg's daughter is doing porn. She's a porn star. And he said he is absolutely embarrassed and very concerned. And I am too, because that is a dirty, dark business within itself. So.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's wild. Hopefully he can get her some help. But hey, to each his own. They can do what they want. As long as it doesn't affect me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something for you. Did you know today's word of the day, folks, brought to you by BRRS-MEDIA. Race car, spelled backwards, is race car. Things that make you go, Big Rich has too much time on his hands. Give me some more dirt, Lise. What's up?
So have you heard of the upcoming rapper? Well, he was an upcoming rapper. He's not no more, but his name was Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke. I don't really keep up with these newer, the littles and the youngs and the littles and the poppies, all these weird name rappers, all that mumble jumble stuff. I'm the old school. But anyways, go ahead. I've heard of them, but it wasn't much.
He was only 20. But this past Wednesday, two men wearing hoodies and masks broke into his house and shot him, killed him. Detectives believe it was a home robbery. Two suspects were seen on video leaving on foot, but I'm wondering if when he came up with his name, Pop Smoke, if he really thought that the end of his life would be that somebody smoked pop. Rest in peace, Pop. That's all I can say.
That's horrible. Yo, Pop Smoke. Somebody smoked pop.
I don't know, man. Like,
that's horrible.
The names that these rappers come up with nowadays, it's just crazy.
That's horrible. Lord forgive me. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at the funniness.
All I can say is rest in peace, Pop Smoke, and I hope the detectives find who it was that murdered you and it's not an unsolved case.
Oh, man. Speaking of craziness, everybody's favorite darling in the Congress, AOC, huh? Have you heard what she's claiming now? I mean, at one point she was claiming that that cow farts were affecting us and we needed to make cows stop farting. Then she was trying to explain herself and explain the old saying, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Well, she tried to then go on and explain to everybody that was listening that it's impossible to do that it's just an old saying. And we're all like, yeah. But, anyways. Well, here she is back in the news again. She's accusing Trump. Are you ready for this? Are you ready, Lise?
Yes, let me hear it.
Yeah, I wish we had a drum roll right now. She is accusing Donald Trump, right, of kicking kids while they're down and kicking over 100,000 kids off food assistance. And it was intentional. He did this intentionally to starve children.
Wow.
And then, she goes on to say that over 1 million children can be affected by this, and that he's not even lifting a finger of concern that he is going to starve these children and kill them. So I don't know. She's kind of like, she is like, how did she even get voted? She's like, did she even graduate high school? She has like no common sense. I don't know. That's just me. Sorry, AOC. Sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Right. I wonder if she thinks about that every time she goes out there and buys something that's more expensive than what she needs.
Right.
Does she think, well, maybe I should have saved a couple of dollars because I could have sent it to feed the hungry?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody overspending,
oh Lord,
Jeff Bezos, he paid $165 million for David Geffen's Beverly Hills home, making it the most expensive home in LA now.
Say that again. How much?
$165 million. That's a lot of money.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, man, $165 million for a home. I mean, I can't. I mean, what does it have? Like 7,000 bedrooms? Does it like transform into an airplane? Like take off and fly you to another island? I mean, $165 million. I mean, good Lord.
Them floors better be made of gold before I'd spend that.
Wow. Yeah. Unreal. Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine that type of money. That's crazy. Yeah. And it was David Geffen's right before that, huh? The record mogul.
Yep.
Right on. Well, kudos to him, I guess, eh?
I guess.
Well, speaking of music, guys, I did want to bring this up while we're here. There is a group in Europe. They're really famous in Europe, super famous, and they're coming back to play here in the States for a while. I think maybe they'll be here a week. I don't know if it's just one show in Las Vegas, but it's Jaya the Cat, and they're a ska band, and actually we will be having them on the Big Rich Show in April. So that'll be something you guys might want to look for. And as well, they're going to throw out there, they're going to be promoting it to where the fans get to ask the questions that they're going to actually answer. So if there's always that question, when you're listening to an interview and you're like, man, I wish they would have asked this. Well, here's your chance. If you're a fan of Jaya the Cat, go ahead and be looking for their promo that's coming out that's going to make the fans be able to ask all the questions for the interview. And I thought that was pretty nifty of them doing that. But what else you got for us tonight, Lise?
Well, I'm trying to think. There was a lady that fell 25 feet, I believe it was, or 50 feet I can't be exact. I can't
There's
remember.
a big difference now. It's either 25 or 50. That's a big difference.
I can't remember. I think it was.
That's the difference between a broken toe and a broken neck.
I know. I can't remember. But she was on a stripper pole, and she fell. We'll just say she fell, but it was a significant height. I can't remember exactly, but she fell and busted her jawbone. So she's decided that she no longer wants to be a stripper anymore. So I guess that's good.
Well, I actually saw that video. Don't ask me how. You know me. I got too much time and not enough time. And what was funny is not funny, but amazing, is that she literally fell from that height.
Do you remember if it was 25 or 50?
It was literally, that's like taking a punch from Mike Tyson in his prime, where she was literally knocked out, but her body was so used to twerking and dancing that she actually, like a Terminator, got onto all fours and backwards twerked herself off the stage.
Yep.
It was amazing. It was like her muscle had the memory, and it was just like, I am super stripper, knocked out, muscle memory taken control.
Yeah.
And yeah, she twerked backwards right off the stage. But don't feel sorry for her, because I heard somebody started a GoFundMe for her as well, and that peaked upwards of over $30,000. So yeah, she's gonna make a nice little bit of money from that pole incident, if you know what I mean. There's been other women in their lives that have taken pole and not quite come out as good as this lady will.
Right.
But yeah, so I was also, there was this, I cannot remember the name. What is her name? Hold on. She's an actress, Greta Thunberg. Anyways, her mother has come out and revealed that she stopped talking and eating before she discovered her life's mission to save the world. And that's an interesting read. If you get a chance, you might want to look that up. But yeah, she was just, it was wild. I mean, the story and some of these things that people do that you don't know about is just, it's amazing. It opens your eyes. And that's why when I hear people say I can't or I don't know how, there's always a way. There's always a way. You can always accomplish anything. It's mind over matter. Mm-hmm. I'm a perfect example. When I had my back surgery and then they wanted to do more and more, I didn't let them do it. And they told me, well, you'll never be able to lift 20 pounds over your head again the rest of your life. You know, and if you do, you'll never be able to walk straight. And, you know, here I am pushing the big 5-0, and I still deliver bread, 7 days a week. And I'm, lifting more than that over my head, and I'm doing it. Now, do I feel sore? Yeah, but you know what? If there's a will, there's a way. So, there's too many people out there that inspire me that, are getting up out of bed every day and they don't have legs or arms and they're knocking it dead. I mean, they're just, the world is their oyster. So,
right.
When I see that kind of thing happening, it makes me keep moving forward. I'm like, I will not stop.
That's right.
So,
kudos to you, Big Rich. I always tell my children that you can do anything that you set your mind to, and the only obstacle that can stop you is the obstacle you refuse to move out your way.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Now, my kids, they both hate it because I always tell them that practice also makes perfect. They hate it all the time. But my son, he's getting ready to go to college, and he's even talking about maybe joining the Army. So he listens to Mama somewhere down the line.
I like that. Well, guys, I know we've only been going about 40 minutes so far tonight, but this is like I said, our maiden voyage, and we don't have our Where's the Beef segment lined into this yet. And also, I'm going to be taking ideas from fans. If you have stories or things that you want to add or would like to hear us talk about on the Big Rich and Little Lisa show, let us know. And, this is just a fun format that we're doing. It's not to be taken seriously. We're here to, have fun and give you guys a little bit of information. And, like I always tell people, I'm trying to feed your head and scoop some stuff in there. And it doesn't always have to be serious. So this is the lighter side of Big Rich, and hopefully you guys are enjoying that tonight. And little Lise, that's my ride or die over there in the corner, and she's in the booth over there doing her thing tonight. She was nervous. She used to do the weekly updates with me, and we would do those. And she's a good person, got a good soul and a good heart. And I just want to, and she's funny, man. She keeps me laughing all day. She'll send me the funniest things. And so hopefully as she gets comfortable and finds herself on this show, you guys will embrace that funny that she has, that she can bring to the table, because she's got plenty of it. She keeps me rolling for sure. So Lise, with that said, do you have any other interesting stories you might want to bring up?
I don't have any more stories. You want me to tell you a joke?
Yeah, sure.
I actually have a joke for you. What do you call it when two breasts are sagging? Or what do you think? What did one breast say to the other sagging breast, I guess, is what I want to say.
I don't know. What did it say?
If we don't get some support soon, they're going to think we're nuts.
We got to get a soundboard in here, too. Mike Simons, I need you to lead me the way on that. We need some sound effects going during the show. That was a cute one. If only you got it right from the beginning.
I know.
You're making the sound effects over there yourself in that big old studio chair.
I know.
Sounded like a couple of breasts and an iron gauntlet or something.
This chair is wiggly. I think I need to tighten it, or maybe just sit my butt still.
Hey, and before we get out of here tonight, folks, too, I do want to give one shout out. And this is to my buddy. His name's D. We call him Detroit. And he's chilling in Lexington A&R right now, buddy. And I know every day when I deliver to Lexington A&R, he's there to open that door and help me unload the orders. And he has got a heart of gold. And if you're able to listen, or you're listening tonight, brother, it's a shout out to you, D. I know you're going to be heading back to Detroit soon, man. And more power to you, dude. You're a great guy, and I love talking with you. Every time I back that truck up, I can't wait to hear a Detroit story. So with that said, I promise to get him a shout out on tonight's show. So, folks, as we do around here, you know how I do it, man. Before I do it, I want to say thank you again to Fat Cat Radio for having faith and giving us this shot, as well as their sponsor, BRRS Design. Without them, we couldn't be sitting in the studio bringing you this tonight. And everyone, you know how I do. God bless, stay safe, and have a great night.